Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by green fields and tall trees, lived a beautiful young woman named Emily. She was 20 years old, with sparkling blue eyes and golden hair that shone in the sunlight. Though her family was poor, they were happy, living in a small but warm home filled with love and laughter. Emily had a deep love for books. Every evening she sat under a big oak tree, lost in the stories of faraway lands and grand adventures. She dreamed of a better life, one where she could explore the world beyond the village. One bright morning, Emily went to the village market to buy some bread. As she walked through the bustling stalls, she accidentally bumped into a young man. "I'm so sorry," she said, looking up at him. The man smiled kindly. "No need to apologize," he replied. "My name is John." John was tall, with dark hair and a warm, gentle smile. He came from a wealthy family. His parents owned vast lands and a grand house in the village. Despite their different backgrounds, Emily and John felt an instant connection. A blossoming friendship. Over time, Emily and John became close friends. They met every day, talking and laughing as they walked along the riverbank. John shared his dreams of traveling the world, while Emily spoke of her love for stories and learning. One evening, as they watched the sunset, John turned to Emily. "I've never met anyone like you," he said. "You make everything feel special." Emily blushed, her heart racing. "I feel the same way, John." Their friendship soon turned into love. They spent countless hours together, cherishing every moment, but their happiness was threatened by a cruel reality. John's parents did not approve of Emily. The obstacle: family disapproval. One evening, John's mother called him into their grand living room. "John, we need to talk," she said firmly. "You cannot marry that girl." John's father nodded. "Emily is not from a wealthy family. She cannot give you the life you deserve." John was heartbroken. "But I love her," he argued. "She is kind, intelligent, and full of life. Money doesn't matter." His mother's voice was cold. "If you marry her, we will not support you." John felt trapped. He loved Emily with all his heart, but he couldn't ignore his parents' words. Meanwhile, Emily also struggled with the situation. She saw how much pain John was in, and she didn't want to be the reason for his suffering. One day, with tears in her eyes, she told John, "Maybe we should part ways. I don't want to cause problems for you." John took her hands. "Emily, I cannot imagine my life without you." But despite their love, the pressure from John's family was overwhelming. With heavy hearts, they decided to part ways. A life apart, but love remains. Emily tried to move on, helping her family and working hard in the village. John, too, focused on his responsibilities, but his heart ached for Emily. Years passed. John became successful in business, while Emily became a beloved figure in the village, known for her kindness and wisdom. One day, Emily's father fell gravely ill. She spent sleepless nights caring for him, praying for his recovery. When John heard about this, he rushed to her home with medicine and food. "I want to help," he said. Emily was touched by his kindness. "Thank you, John. You have a big heart." They spent more time together again, rekindling their old friendship. The love between them had never faded, but John's parents still disapproved. When they heard that he was visiting Emily, they reminded him of their warning. John, now a grown man with his own success, no longer feared their disapproval. He made a decision, one that would change their lives forever. A love that defied all odds. One day, John returned to the village with a determined heart. He knocked on Emily's door. She opened it, surprised. "John, you're back." He smiled. "Emily, I have traveled, worked hard, and built a life for myself. But one thing has never changed. I love you." Tears welled up in Emily's eyes. "But your parents..." John took her hands. "I don't need their approval anymore. I want to spend my life with you." Emily hesitated, but deep inside, she knew she had always loved him. With a smile, she whispered, "Yes." They married in a small but joyful ceremony, surrounded by friends and Emily's family. John's parents did not attend, but he no longer cared. He had chosen love over wealth, and he had no regrets. A new beginning. Emily and John moved to the city, starting their new life together. They faced struggles, but their love gave them strength. Years passed, and they built a happy home, raising children with values of kindness and resilience. One day, John's parents, now older, visited them. Seeing their son's happiness, they finally understood. "We were wrong," they admitted. "Love is more valuable than wealth." John and Emily forgave them, and their family was reunited. As they grew old together, Emily and John often sat on their porch, hand in hand, looking at the stars. "After everything, we made it," Emily whispered. John kissed her forehead, because true love never dies. Closing scene. The message of love. Love is not about riches or status. It is about two hearts beating as one. John and Emily proved that no obstacle can stand in the way of true love. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more heartwarming tales. See you in the next video.